Welcome to Ken's Corner Podcast, Season 3. Get ready for expert analysis and rising wrestling stars. Now here we go with your host, Ken Judge.
Hey everyone, I'm back on Ken's Corner with my friend, the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau. It's such a pleasure to have you back. This is our third time, and it just coincides, to the last couple of years of Lutte Academie, Wrestling Academy for us, and this is 2024. But we're going to watch a video here in a second from your friend Natalie, and I just need you to explain to us a little bit about what we're about to see.
All right, so let's listen to the video and we'll get to it.
Hey, vous aimeriez ça aller au Mexique? You would like to go to Mexico. Puis vous aimeriez sûrement ça aller au Japon. You would like to go to Japan. $10,000, ça vous intéresse? $10,000? Yeah!
Tout ça commence au Québec. It all starts here in Quebec. Lutte Academie de Jacques Rougeau revient en force dès le 28 septembre. Jacques Rougeau's Wrestling Academy is coming back on September 28. Les deux femmes et les deux hommes qui remporteront la plus grande compétition de lutte au monde recevront en effet $10,000 chacun. 2 women and 2 men who will win the biggest wrestling competition in the world will indeed each win $10,000. And then there's more. Grâce au soutien du groupe Millennium Micro, Christian Labelle, partenaire autorisé Beneva, et du groupe Ménard, et 4 personnes gagnantes prendront l'avion, iront s'entraîner au Bandidos Gym et lutter pour Big Lucha au Mexique. Thanks to the support of Group Millennium Micro, Beneva authorized partner Christian Labelle, and Group Ménard, the 4 winners will board a plane and go to train at Bandidos Gym and wrestle for Big Lucha in Mexico. Ensuite, de retour en avion, en route vers le Japon pour lutter pour Kyushu Pro Wrestling. Afterwards, they'll board another plane to Japan to wrestle for Kyushu Pro Wrestling. Achetez vos billets maintenant. cldv.ca. cldv.ca is where to purchase your tickets. On vous revoit cet automne sans faute au Centre Leonardo da Vinci Center is where we'll definitely see you this fall.
And we're back. Let's talk about this video, Jacques.
Amazing. First of all, I like your haircut, Ken. I think it suits you very well. You're handsome and brave and strong, just like in my song.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Merci, I guess the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. Second of all, I want to say that was the first time that we incorporated Natalie, my girlfriend, in the video. For she's really good. She has charisma. She's great. Her smile is contagious, and so we decided, hey, why not put you in there and have some fun with me? Because since she is the builder of this wrestling academy with me in the last 3 years, so I'm saying to myself, let's have a little bit of fun. She's always working behind the scenes, so I said, hey, let's put you up front here for the fun of it. As long as I don't put you in the ring, we're okay.
I think I really enjoyed seeing her at the front door with the tickets on the way into the events as well. It was always nice to see her there. And like you said, that smile was contagious for everyone coming into that event that night.
So, it's an amazing year, Ken. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am this year, and I thought after the last 2 years of the winners going to the Nightmare Factory and that deal being ended, I'm thinking to myself, wow, it's going to be a down slop, it's going to go down now, Wrestling Academy. It's going to be bad. And then we start getting some good news. First, it started with Mexico. And then, we had a Cody Brown, Little Blay, who will participate in Wrestling Academy. He gave me the contact for Big Lucha and Bandidos Gym in Mexico. He told me it was a great place that he'd want to train. And I started thinking to myself, I said, wow, I remember when I was young in 1978, that only been 2 years since I'd been in the business, and I had the opportunity to go wrestle for Salvador Luteroff in Mexico City. And I was learning so much over there. Like I spent a couple of months over there. And because, the most important thing you got to remember and why Mexico is so important to be a place for a wrestler to go in their career for their toolbox just for the toolbox, because you go wrestle around the world, and if you watch any wrestling matches, you'll always see that the guys are always working with the left arm. But Mexico is the only place where the guys work with the right arm, and they're ambidex, what you call. So you could go with both arms.
Yeah.
So that puts you off balance. At the beginning, it kind of disturbs you, because you're used to the guy grabbing the left arm, and the whoopee grabs the right arm, and you're used to rolling on one side, and then you got to roll on the other side, and so it brings something great to the toolbox. And then I said to myself, I told Natalie, I said, wouldn't it be great if we could just put something together? And there we did. So thanks to Little Blay, I called over there. I talked to Israel and one of the owners, and so nice. And so Wrestling Academy is going to pay for the flights and going down there. And they were so kind. They offered to have the winners, the 4 winners, go for 1 week and spend a week down there at the Banditos gym to train. And then on the last night, they're going to go to Big Lucha Wrestling and wrestle, in Mexico City, which is going to be what an experience for them to have. And so that's very exciting. That's one of the exciting things.
That's great news. We're going to actually just go ahead and bring up the next video from your friend Sonny Ono.
Okay.
Hey, Sonny Ono here. The innovator of selfie, and of course, manager to all the superstars, especially the international superstars. And I'm here to give you a great news about Jacques Rougeau's Wrestling Academy's winners. They'll be invited to wrestle and train at Fukuoka Pro in Japan. Hope to see all the winners, and good luck to them, and give it a good shot. I'll see you in Japan.
And we're back. And so this is the Japanese part of the trip, the winnings, I guess, for
getting
the
better
people.
and better, Ken. It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
I thought, like I said, I thought by not going to the Nightmare Factory was a downfall, but no, not anymore. Because, if you want to be a professional wrestler, there's 2 places you got to go wrestle in your life, and Mexico and Japan. And I talked to Sonny Ono at one of the conventions I was doing at Comic-Con. When I talked to him about Mexico and all that, and he had told me that he had heard about Wrestling Academy. It was around the wrestling world, around the globe. Everybody was talking about it, the biggest contest ever for amateur wrestlers, like wrestlers that are professional but never worked in the big leagues, just waiting to go. And he says, I can't believe, Jacques, how much you're putting together for these people. And he says, I would like to do my part. I said, really? And he says, yes. He says, I have a contact, I have a lot of contacts, many contacts in Japan. And he says, I think it would be great for the winners to go to Japan. And I looked at him and I was so excited. I said to myself, wow. So now the winners are going to be going to Fukuoka, Japan, which is a beautiful place to visit, but they're going to be wrestling for Kyushu Pro Wrestling, which is a very well-known company. So now it's like they're going to Big Lucha, Banditos Gym, going to Japan, and then plus they're taking there's 4 winners taking each $10,000. 2 men and 2 women are taking $10,000 in prizes, plus the plane tickets that we're paying for them to go to Japan, for going to Mexico. And then so the winners this year, the 4 winners, are actually looking at between $15,000 and $17,000 of winning.
That's a lot more than last year's winners.
It's a lot more than last year. And I got something else coming that I can't talk right now, Ken. You're going to have to wait, because I have a big scoop also coming out in the next 2 months for the wrestlers, the winners of Wrestling Academy.
Awesome.
I got something else coming. We're just having fun, my girlfriend and I, just giving back and seeing the level of competition every year getting bigger and bigger. Because, Ken, if you remember, the first year we started this, there was 41 participants, 41 videos that we received, but we received 21 from Quebec and 19 from the other 9 provinces. So it's like Canada didn't believe in this project. And last year we received 50 some videos, and then there was like about 14, I think, 14 or 15 from Quebec, and then there was like a 30 some from Canada. And then this year we received like 70 from Canada and 14 or 12, not even 12, huh? 12 from Quebec. So it's like now Canada spread out the word. The winners were they were from Winnipeg, they were from Edmonton, they were from all over Canada. So once they went back to their home, their respectful home, and they brought back the money, they got the prizes, they went to the Nightmare Factory to train with Cody Rhodes, Billy Gunn, and QT Marshall for 3 months. They all went back and spread the news. And so the real great talent of Canada, the best talent of Canada, who were non-believers in this project, they stopped and they said, hey, whoa, they're used to making like $100 or $200 a night, and now they have a chance to make $10,000, and then now that Jacques Rougeau is paying the $10,000, it's not so
10,000 plus, Jacques.
so the talent this year is amazing. If you go on wrestling-academy.ca and you go check out the inscriptions that we retained, that we kept for this year, the 34, which are 14 women and 20 men, you're going to see, compared to the last 2 years, you will not believe the quality and the how can I say that, the level is just so much more.
Very competitive this year. Can you give us a couple of the names of the women and men?
You know what? I don't want to do that because you
want to give all the names. You want to give all the names. So go online and we can find these names. So
go wrestling-academy.ca. Go check them out. Make an opinion of yourself. And because I don't want to name any names, because now it's going to be prejudice, or I'm going to be a favoritism, which I don't want to do.
I just know there's a few returning people. So that's going to be exciting. A friend of mine, someone I interviewed who I found very inspiring from Edmonton, the Munster Pro, Sage Mo is going to be with you this year. So that's very exciting to me as well. Can you give us some of the dates of, and actually you got a new place that it's going to be taking too.
My God, listen, Ken, it's going to be amazing this year. Like I said, I'm so excited, and I'd like to go ahead and scream it out to you how excited I am. But, so many things I got to bring to your attention now, Ken, that you may have heard of because you're close to me, but other people have not heard about. There's going to be 4 great judges this year. And there's going to be my brother Raymond, again, who's coming back. He loved the experience, and what a great man to be a judge.
The fabulous Rougeaus.
Yes, sir. And then Gino Brito. Gino Brito, he's a legend. He's like a Wayne Gretzky in Ontario. Gino Brito, he's the Italian connection in Montreal, and he's a legend. He's like 83 years old, I think, 82, 83. And he's so excited. He knows the business. He knows the basics. He's going to be a judge, and it's going to be so much fun. And then we got a guy called Eric Young. Eric Young, I got to tell you about Eric Young. This is new to you, Ken, new to everybody. But Eric Young, he owns a production company in Montreal, one of the biggest ones, the ones that he's produced, Celine Dion, he's present the Star Academy, he's present at the Bell Center, at the Molson Center, he's produced, it's called Entourage, and he's the boss, and he's one that I want to get him interested in this project. So I asked him when I met him, I said, hey, how about being a judge so you could come and see what's going on in here, because we have something absolutely exceptional. So he agreed. He's coming along board. He's going to be commentating, so he'll see it firsthand, all the excitement and what we live when we see all the wrestlers go in there and perform, and then after that stand in the middle of the ring and to see if they're going on to the second round and to the finals. But that's exciting. Another thing too I want to bring to your attention, Ken, that's absolutely amazing is for the first time, for the French, it's going to benefit more the French people, but who knows, maybe eventually I'll do it in the English side too. But we're going to have a live radio station in Montreal that's going to broadcast Wrestling Academy on the French radio at the same time that it's going on. So
that's amazing.
People in the car, people at home, people that can assist, people everywhere around the world, because it's going to be on internet. So they're going to be live. So you'll be able to hear it. So you're talking about Africa, you're talking about Paris, you're talking about a lot of the French provinces and countries are going to be able to listen in French to Wrestling Academy live on the radio. That means it's so exciting. It's like going back in the 50s, in the 40s and the 50s, before it was on TV, they were listening to wrestling on the radio up in Montreal. That's just amazing.
It is amazing. That gives me goosebumps. Actually, my Siamese cat is even getting involved down the side of me, excited to hear your news and Jacques Rougeau's voice.
And I got to tell you, Ken, I got to tell you, while you're playing with your cat there, I got to tell you, what's this fun about this contest too is the first 2 years, we were like in a great place. It was like a bar, like a dungeon, and it was like, but we had to fold the chairs up. It was a place where it was like a dungeon. Now we moved into the Leonardo da Vinci place, which is a first. That's where like Bocelli, like the big Italian singers come from Europe and everywhere, and they sing in this place. It's a beautiful place. It holds 525 cushioned seats. It's
Wow.
almost like in a movie theater. They got the stage. It's a first class place, and so we upgraded the place so much. It's going to be awesome, and so this show is going to be probably the best show we've put together. And like I said, with the best talent around Canada, from one end to the other of Canada, all the way. I've met so many people, so many wrestlers that I've met personally, because in the last year or two, all the Canadian federations are having me go over to be a special guest at their shows or sign autographs, or even a couple of times I stuck my nose into the ring there at the end of the shows, interfering and stuff like that, having fun back in what I like to do and what I've always loved to do. So I got to see a lot of the Canadian talent, and I'm so impressed and so amazed. And there's a couple of guys, I'm not mentioning any names, but there's a couple of guys this year, when you're going to be sitting down, you're going to say, why aren't they in the big leagues, these guys? Just, they're so awesome. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So Wrestling Academy, so wrestling-academy.ca, go see all the talent. And for those who listen to your show, Ken, and are close enough in Ontario, and they want to come to the show, they could purchase tickets right now. I got to tell you, we're doing pretty good, because we're like 4 months away from the show, and the first show. And then out of 500 tickets on the first show, the 28th of September, there's close to 300 tickets gone out of the 524. And then on the second show, the second quarterfinals, because there's two quarterfinals, on the 26th of October, there's like 400 tickets gone out of 526. So tickets are flying. But for those who want to reserve and want to come to Montreal, visit Montreal, spend the weekend, because this year also, what's so amazing about all this, Ken, you were there the last few years, it's on a Saturday night. And it used to be on a Sunday night. So Sunday night, kids went to school the next day, people going to work and all that stuff. Now it's Saturday night wrestling. And it's like, you can come spend a couple of days in Montreal, have fun. So if you want tickets, cldv.ca. So CLDV, which is Centre Leonardo da Vinci, and the cldv.ca. Purchase your tickets, get yourself a hotel, and come and live and see the best wrestlers across Canada. Because I know in Ontario they got great shows. I'm going to one soon. On August 10th, I'm going to one in St. Catharines for Jesse Rickman's dad, Chris Thorne. And I'm going there, and I'm going a couple of places. I'm going also on the first day, the 1st of July there, I'm going to Canada Day for Danny Warren's show, and I'm going a couple of, I just came back from Vancouver, but I'm doing a lot of great shows. But once you have all these territories, get all the best talent, and send them to one place, to Montreal, to fight for the $16,000-$17,000 prizes. There's 4 of them. Then you got to make sure it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, and I just want to add, maybe, well, it's not maybe, it is because of where you have moved and how nice the new place is that you guys are going to be performing out of. People feel a little more comfortable to bring their whole families down to a theater type place to see the best wrestling Canada can provide.
And you know what? I got to tell you something else. There's, contrary to the other place, nothing to take away to the other place, but you were downtown Montreal, you'd have to look an hour for parking, and then you'd have to pay the meters, pay the parking spots and all that. And it was hard to park. At this place, at Leonardo da Vinci, they have 400 free parkings outside the door. So you go there and it's free. So this place, it's really accessible to come in and to go. The other point I want to bring to you, Ken, which is so important. You know, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a scoop. And people can say what they want about it. I don't care. I had 3 or 4 people. You're going to say it's not a lot, but I had 3 or 4 people in the last 3 or 4 months that called me up and told me, Jacques, I just want you to know, I brought my kids to WWE in Montreal, and I brought my kids to AEW in Montreal, and they love your show more. And you know, and they like Wrestling Academy more. Let me explain myself to this, because there's something you got to understand. When guys are in the big leagues, they're on tour a lot. Sometimes for 10, 15 times during the month, they do the same match in different places, and they're on the road a lot. They don't want to injure themselves. They always want to stay on top. So they go into a place and they pace themselves. They do a good match, but they have a routine and it's paced. And once you repeat the same match many times, you lose that spark. You know, when you first have it, the first times you're doing it. So contrary to that, when you take in all the best talent in Canada that are known they're in this tournament 10 months ago, and they have one chance to show what they got. They're not just going into a city and doing their show and going to the hotel and taking a plane the next day. They're coming in here and they're letting it all out. Every ounce of energy, every ounce of charisma, everything they have. So it makes it that when they come and the prizes are so important to them, plus the notoriety of all that, because we're followed all over around the world on podcasts that I do everywhere, Australia, Europe, everywhere. So they know the visibility is going to be important to them. So they come out to Montreal and they give everything they got inside their blood, and they go out there and they put it in that ring for 10 minutes. So the fans that are there, they're seeing the best talent in Canada, giving the best of what they got every second that they're in the ring.
Yeah.
So that's why it makes it such a great show.
Yeah, 100%. To me, what that means to me is it's like saying it's the pay-per-view every time someone gets out onto that mat during one of your events. It's all home, all go WrestleMania type wrestling.
And you know, Ken,
really love to see.
And it's so important that you understand the feeling of this. A lot of people don't understand this, but I'm going to explain it to you. Last year, I saw it, and the year before. The first year, we had $5,000 prizes. Last year was $10,000 prizes. And this year got even bigger. Last year, what I've realized is when the decision was made by the judges, a lot of the participants broke down. Like, because it's make or break for them. Because, you know, if they continue, if they become winners of Wrestling Academy, they're going to be seen around the wrestling world, around the world. So their career is going to go up like this. And those who lose, it was good for them also, the visibility and everything, the experience. But sometimes they don't, how do they?
Yeah, they don't have the perspective of it.
Yeah, they don't see it like that. They see it like a downfall, and it could seriously put someone on a depression. You know, like because they feel like they failed, which they didn't, but they feel like that. So for them in their heads and in their minds, it's so important, this competition. So if you have a chance to come to Montreal and you know, to hear me talk about it and to see it on YouTube and all that, it's okay. But to come and live it live, it's absolutely amazing, because remember that the judges are by the ring. They're deciding the future of wrestlers, of their careers. But the truth is the judges are only saying what the 500 people are saying, because we're saying the same thing that the 500 people. So we can't have preferences. We can't have people that we want to win. We have to go as the eyes of the people. So you come there, you live the experience, and you'll be able in your own mind to be a judge, because you'll be able to watch to see which of the guys had, or the girls had, more interaction, had a better costume, had a better promo before coming to the ring, had better ability in the ring. You know, so all these things that we judge on, you're a judge. You're sitting out there and you see it. So when the judges give their verdict, they don't give it on TV. they give it live so everybody hears the way they're thinking. And so they can't insult the intelligence of the people there.
No.
So they just saw what you just saw. So that's what makes the show fun. You have 4 judges, but the truth is you have 528 judges. And then
Yeah.
and so it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's truly amazing. Everything about the event was amazing. Being there last year for me, let alone what this year brings. It's very exciting. I thought you had it all together again the last 2 years, Jacques. So kudos to you for really stepping up your game. Well, and Natalie, of course, in behind the scenes there. It's very, very impressive.
You want to take a time to also we got to thank the sponsors, if you don't mind, Ken, because
Yes,
those are
of
the ones
course.
giving the money out. And so far, we have sponsors that were there a couple of years ago, and the buses, Autobus Ménard, that's always every year to give the $10,000, and then Millennium Micro, Millennium has always been a good friend of mine, and he's always there. And now we got Christian Labelle this year from Beneva, an insurance company who's giving into. We're missing a couple of sponsors right now that they are in the makes of giving us the sponsorship. So they asked me not to say it yet, but we should. So, and if not, it's coming out of my own pocket. So, but anyway, long story short is without these sponsors, we couldn't make this happen. So once again, I want to thank Millennium Micro, the buses, Menard buses, and Christian Lebel from Beneva, and also thanks CKVL, the radio station, CKVL.ca, who's going to broadcast us live. I want to thank Leonardo da Vinci for letting us in that beautiful place, which, you never would have think over the years. And, it's funny, the place is so first class that you never think they'd have a wrestling show in there. But, my wrestling show is first class. It's family orientated. There's no swearing, there's no cussing, there's no middle fingers, there's no tables, there's no chairs. It's interactive with the people. It's costumes, it's charisma, it's high flying. It's a really Walt Disney Cirque du Soleil kind of show for family orientated. You can bring your 4-year-old kids there in a safe environment, and so I just want to thank Leonardo da Vinci to open the doors to us to bring us in. Part of one of the nicest venues in Montreal for any first class kind of show. And there we are, the Jacques Rougeau Wrestling Academy. So thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for that.
That's awesome, Jacques. That's awesome. Well, we've pretty much covered everything here today, I think, but I'm going to leave the floor open to you, Jacques, because I just love listening to you talk about this show.
Oh, I don't have anything else to say. I think I said it all. I think
you did.
I just want everybody to go on wrestling-academy.ca. Check out the website that Natalie, my girlfriend, has produced. And you can go click on every picture in there, and there's a video behind it hiding that you could go see more about the talent, more about the people, the old timers like me that are talking about the venue. You'll see Ric Flair, Undertaker, Bret Hart. You'll see them all. You'll Kurt Angle. You'll see them all. They're all there, and they're all talking about Wrestling Academy. You could go click on their video. Very impressive, very inspirational, and motivating for all the talent to go and check that out. But most important is go check out the talent, and you'll see the little video, and you'll be so impressed with the quality of the talent this year. It's going to be amazing. And so I can't wait. The dates, the 28th of September is the first quarterfinals. And then the 26th of October is the second quarterfinals. And then the best of the 28th of September against the best of the 26th of October will be on the 2nd of November, only 2 weeks later. And then the best of those guys on the 2nd of November are going to the 16th of November, 2 weeks later, to win all the prizes. Japan, Mexico, the $10,000, and plus other prizes that are coming that I can't tell you right now.
Yeah.
So what an event this is going to be.
Amazing. I do know one question that I didn't ask you. What is the ticket going for this year, Jacques?
$35, tax included.
There you go. You can't get better value for your wrestling experience anywhere in Canada. I will guarantee this. All right, Jacques, thank you so much, sir. I had to give you one stir on the way out the door. I'm sorry. I know that you don't like me saying that anymore, but There it is. My name's Ken. I'm here on Ken's Corner with Jacques Rougeau, the founder of Lutte Academie, Wrestling Academy, and of course, one of my
Natalie.
favorite heels, the Mountie. Have a great day, sir.
Goodbye, Ken.